The broadcast is live. Okay, so
Live
everybody
across the world. It's the Saturday night with Riceville Records and Bobby Spittin' the Truth, who actually knows stuff about records, and Uncle Dan the Vinyl Man. And tonight we're here to say goodbye, baby. Yeah. We're gonna leave you now. Oh, darling. You didn't love me no how.
For everybody. You get a gold watch, and you get a gold watch, and you get a gold watch.
Yeah. So he's dumping us, Bobby. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand it.
This is, look, let's be clear about this. Michael has decided that there are greener pastures.
Yes, I mean, that's understanding. And he doesn't give a shit about our 15 followers. He doesn't care about them at all.
And he's like, you guys, I've used you as long as I can use you.
Yeah.
And what have you done for me lately?
Yeah. And he said those 15 people mean nothing to him. They mean nothing to him.
Yeah, wham, bam, thanks, man. He's used us. It's the next morning, and he's like he's not there, right? He doesn't care for us at all. Michael, I'm not going to be ignored.
I will not be ignored, Dan.
I'm not going to be ignored. You have a pet rabbit?
Yeah.
So long.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael, he's going to start live streaming with somebody else.
No,
He
won't. I mean, we had this conversation before, like about live stream. It doesn't even matter. Like some of the people that actually make money on YouTube, their live streams. I mean, they get what? Like if they're bigger, they get like 75 to 100 people watching. It's just, what 200? Well, even that. I mean, what the fuck is that? I mean, there's a lot of things you would rather, watch. Okay, like something's on TV. You know what I mean? The freaking Miss Nude America pageant or some shit like that. Man. Yeah, there's plenty of shit out to watch than to watch. Some guys talk about a VC that is fucking self-invented by fucking people on the internet.
To stroke themselves and one another. Yeah.
But it's great. Okay, so we're going to touch around prog rock today, right?
Yes, we are. Hold on. Here we go. Here's the topic. Dan and Bobby says prog rock stinks.
Yeah.
Disagrees.
No, first we have to ask Zeb a question.
Yes. Where is Zeb?
Magnus Carlsen. Zeb doesn't know Magnus Carlsen, but Norway's like a small country. I mean, like Magnus. 2 or 3 other people there, and don't you all huddle together for warmth during the winter?
Yeah, but see, Zeb is totally going to side with freaking Rice on this. I mean, I would imagine, they're big on prog rock, right?
Is Norway big on prog rock?
No, Zeb is big on prog rock.
I thought I liked it. I thought they were big on death metal.
I will say the lyrics of prog rock are a little wanting.
Yeah, lacking.
Yeah.
Totally sucking.
And
it's not that prog rock sucks. It's just basically the 95% of it sucks. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm not saying there isn't some good stuff in there.
The other 5% really sucks.
Okay, but no, like let's see if we're going to talk about prog rock here. Good prog rock bands that we all can agree on here. Okay, some of the big hitters. Do you like Pink Floyd?
There's some Pink Floyd. There is some Pink Floyd I like. Yeah.
Okay, there's some Pink Floyd I like. See, there's the 5% for me.
Yeah.
Yes, there is some Yes I like. What the hell's the guitar player's name on Yes?
Mountains come out.
Steve Howe.
Okay, yeah, there it is. Yep.
Mountains come out in the sun and stand there. Is that Yes?
It might be.
Now, this is bad prog rock right here. This.
Oh yeah.
This is some self-indulgent
shit. And I love him. And I love Rundgren, but I cannot fucking stand Utopia.
May I read to you, Dan?
What now?
Following the evolutionary acquisition of telepathic abilities, men discovered.
Well, that's
all he needs on there is a fucking armored armadillo. You know, an armadillo tank. You know, it's like.
But that's most people's problem with prog rock. They have this like freaking, you know, like they want to show the world how fucking smart they are. Like, you know,
and it's like 14-year-old boys showing the world how smart they are. You're a very talented 14-year-old. I'm going to pat you on the head. You know. Okay.
Now Zeb is he's worked up a froth here.
Good. Zeb says, I'm going to come to Minnesota and find you.
the Chronicles of Father Robin. They just released a trilogy.
Where Zeb, I live near a Swedish town in Minnesota. Mora, Minnesota, in fact.
Accent, please.
Yeah, sure. You know, I live near Mora. Yeah, sure. You can come up here and find us now. You know, you go down to the Lutheran Church Social and you say, where's that ugly old guy with the beard? And they'll say, well, there's about 1 million of them around here. It's like every old guy here is ugly and has a beard. But they'll say, what about the guy who has all the turntables? And they'll say, why don't you go down to the sheriff and ask him? Because the guy's probably a crook. Yeah, but anyway, I live near Mora, Minnesota, which is Swedish. So, you know, no Norwegians need apply.
But what's classified as prog rock? Like, because that's like, you know,
I know.
Like it's tough because like someone's saying Kansas is prog rock. Are they prog rock really? They're more 80s, like, you know, fucking classic rock.
Some prog rock does kind of blur into 80s sort of stadium rock and
right.
Sort of unholy combination of stadium rock, prog rock, and yacht rock, and I'm trying to figure out who that is. And
there's American prog rock and there's British prog rock, and Zeb calls out Kansas, and they are American. And Dan, I was prepared for that.
Kansas is
carry on, Wayward Son.
I have been to that point in Kansas, which is the center of the geographical center of the continental United States. It's very exciting there. There's nothing there. I'm sitting about a mile away from the monitor, so you guys have to read to me.
No.
It's Zeb.
You got.
But like what else? Okay, Camel's considered prog rock. Some of their stuff is okay, but a lot of their stuff is too on the area that I talked about. Like a lot of their stuff, they're trying to make it so, you know, complicated so that people will think they're smart. I mean, like they have some good grooves, but they don't finish it. You know, then they go off into some other stuff. So is it trying to be like? Are they trying to be jazz or what is it? That's my problem with some of the stuff. Like King Crimson. Okay, yes. the whatever Kings of the Court of the Crimson King or whatever. That's a decent album, but a lot of their other stuff, I just it's not consistent. You know what I mean?
Course. I mean, King Crimson, like Savoy Brown, had a lineup change with every record. So there's no consistency when a band is like that. I mean, the Rolling Stones never had a lineup change.
Yeah, but their fucking music, they were consistent in their music. It was good all the time. But there are bands that, you know,
these guys,
they still
consistent.
Yes, they were still
until he left, and then they went to shit. But before he left, you don't like Genesis? Oh,
I don't like fucking Phil Collins Genesis.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
This one should have been a single record. If this had been a single record, these guys, he would never have left. But this was kind of self-indulgent. But this is a masterpiece, in this humble man's opinion. And you guys are like, you don't.
I don't have that.
You don't know anything. You guys don't know anything about.
I've listened to that. Okay, I have Selling England by the Pound, and I think I might have Foxtrot. And one of the sides is better than the others on Foxtrot.
Let's sell England for £1. Let's do that.
Yeah, but that Foxtrot album, one side's good, the other side is shit.
And which side is good and which side is shit? Is it the one with or without Suppers Ready? Is it the one with Suppers Ready, with that big long 18-minute song, or the other side with the different cuts?
I think I like the 18-minute song, if I remember correctly.
I think I do too. I think that's a good answer. That's the right answer.
Yeah. No, but is Genesis considered prog rock though?
Yes.
Peter Gabriel is considered prog rock.
It should have been a triple album. I don't think so.
But that's the thing. There's lyrics to a lot of the shit on Peter Gabriel, and Peter Gabriel is great comment.
Using their what was it that at Guantanamo, the American torturers used what did they use? I read what they used for used to torture people in the
what, sodium pentothal, pulling nails, what, electricity, what?
Phil Collins, or
Phil Collins, yeah.
Although I have to say, I could probably, if you said, Dan, you got to choose between prog rock and say The Night Chicago Died. There's probably a lot of prog rock I listened to before The Night Chicago Died, for instance.
Zeb, I did not know that. We should have a conversation about that.
Okay, so name the heavy hitters on prog rock that are supposed to be like awesome. Who do you think like the big ones on it?
Yes. Okay, Zeb. Wait, Zeb. Let me just see what he said. Let me see if I concur, because he just like spewed out a hell of. Okay. Oh yeah. He's got so many that I don't even know. Jesus Christ.
Gentle Giant is prog rock, right?
Yes.
I have a lot of trouble with their records, and I went out and I bought a couple. I had trouble listening to them.
It's that Canterbury stuff, It's just,
I don't like that the medieval time shit. Some of it is okay, but
That's why Spinal Tap had such a field day, and they got so many laughs, because they tapped into Americans' distaste for poetry.
Like Steely Span and shit. Yeah,
the Brits still do Morris dancing.
I don't know, man.
Gong is a band. I mean, the Brits love Gong.
Yep.
Okay? We missed out on Gong. Okay, and a lot of people like Soft Machine. They call Soft Machine prog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zeb. I'm sorry. No. Great for the theme song of The Exorcist. Great, but afterwards, what did he do? Sorry, that after me like a banshee.
I bought Tubular Bells just after The Exorcist came out. Man, I used to listen to that all the time. I loved it. Now I'd be like, oh my God, what was I doing?
Tubular Bells, people actually own that record. I mean, you see it in the stacks all the time. I picked it up and I listened to it. And see, when you guys buy a record, don't you try to listen to it at least like 2 or 3 times before you just put it in the shit pile?
Yes.
I try to. I give it time, because there are records there are records that you will not like the first time. You will not get what they're doing. Second time, maybe not. But once third, you start to get to whether it's for you or not.
In a Glass House is incredible. Technically incredible. The assignment, Dan, is to listen to In a Glass House.
Okay, I'll
report back.
I'll report back at our next live stream.
We'll have a special one. No one says you can't have a special event.
Yeah.
Are we aware that is Bobby's child a real account, or should I?
No, that's my daughter. She's banging on my door. That's why it's locked. She's trying to be a little, a weirdo.
We adore her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's 14 now, so she's, thinks she's funny, and she knows everything. But that's just how it is.
Okay. Here we go. Zeb's going to school you. Bobby will like their last one, maybe Civilian, more rock-based, not so much prog. But to me, In a Glass House is their crowning achievement. And it is. In a Glass House is just incredible.
And who is this?
Gentle Giant.
Gentle Giant. So the one to get is In a Glass House. That's the one I don't have.
Okay, I will give it a try. If there's any fucking mention of elves, though,
man, I'm not down with elves. I know that there are people that freaking dress their girlfriends up like elves and fuck them.
If there's any medieval maidens or any medieval shit,
that's not my thing. No, I like all sorts of types of music. Some of the, the prog rock that's decent.
Music, country and western. No.
Oh, Zeb's asking what type of music. I listen to everything. I listen to soul, R&B. I listen to classic rock, jazz, 30s and 40s stuff, 20s shit. I listen to a lot of stuff, but prog, I don't know. It's how a lot of the stuff that people define as prog, I'm just not a fan of. What's that? The freaking brain salad surgery or whatever? That's prog, right?
Yes.
God.
That is don't. Now you're gonna get him started.
Now you've got me started.
Go ahead, talk about brain salad surgery, because that's a record that I listened to 3 or 4 times. I didn't get it. Somebody told me it was a classic and that I should really, really listen to it. But
my dog is scared now. I started.
So do you still own brain salad surgery?
No, I gave it away.
Yeah,
I gave it away. So
I think I have a greatest hits of them. I think I might have. Or is that in the go away pile?
Yeah.
I'd have to think about
Fred.
that.
My man.
Oh, Fred's in the house.
Vinyl, yeah.
Jazz in Prague is very close, but depends on what Prague or jazz you think of. Mahavishnu is not. Okay. So the thing about Prague is the musicians were classically trained. They all went to school, right? They studied music theory. Okay. These were smart, talented dudes and dudettes. Okay. That's Prague, right? And they play many instruments. They write complicated compositions.
Is Jethro Tull considered prog?
Yes, because it's storytelling. So, Aqualung tells a story. Thick as a Brick tells a story. It's a concept. When Tommy is a prog record, it's once you get into storytelling, progressive rock, you're not just like doing 5-minute songs, kicking out the jams. One is
like Tommy the rock opera. Yeah, yes. That's again. I have the records of the prog. Like, if somebody recommends a record to me, I'll go out and get it. If somebody says it's a classic and I need to have it, I will buy it even if I don't like it, and I will have it in my collection. I
won't do that. What about the Moody Blues? What are the Moody Blues?
I
love one fucking album they do. The Days of Future Past.
Moody Blues is prog rock. Sure, they're grandfathers.
That record is a classic though. Days of Futures Past. That is great. The afternoon, the morning. Oh, that is just. That's not prog. It can't be.
Procol Harum.
Procol Harum.
It's prog.
Well, I do still like Whiter Shade of Pale.
I do like Whiter Shade of Pale. I do have that record over there.
That's big of you, Dad.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
Proto prog.
Conquistador sounds good, but the lyrics, man, oh God, are they terrible?
Jethro Tull started out as a blues band. This is pure blues music. Okay. And then what was the next one after that? Was it Benefit? But when they came out, when it was thick as a brick, that was prog. And I think Music Talk with John will agree with me. I think.
I can't.
Here's the question.
Okay, why would I have albums that I do not like in my collection? Well, one, because people like my friends that recommend a record and say it's a classic that you need to have it in your collection, I go out and buy it. And as you know, once you buy a record, it's tough to sell it or get it from the same price. And if you try to sell and do stuff on eBay, there's always people that try to swap out records with you, and it's a big pain in the ass to to sell records of collections, especially prog rock. There's not a lot of people that buys it. Like I have every freaking record that Led Zeppelin does, and I hate Led Zeppelin.
Blasphemy!
No, but I do. I have them in it because I really love Jimmy Page's guitar playing. Jimmy Page is a great guitar player. I love him for it, but I just can't stand the playing.
Stairway to Heaven is such a sin that everybody should hate Led Zeppelin because of Stairway to Heaven alone.
Sorry. What, because of Spirit and Taurus?
If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's like, good God.
I mean, do you guys dig a Spirit? I like Spirit. They're not prog. They're fucking, what are they? Hippie shit, right? Spirit?
Yep.
There's some, and there's some of the, even some of the, for me, it's, and actually, I'll be serious for a moment. It's hard for me.
Here we go. And he agrees with me. Okay, sorry, it was an old conversation. It was a point I made 2 minutes ago. Sorry. Okay.
But do you guys like Jethro Tull? Do you really dig on him?
I did, but he just became the music just became too self-indulgent, and which is somebody really recommended the one Songs from the Wood, or
I can't stand that album.
That is I should absolutely get it, but what I previewed I didn't like. I just have the first record. I have This Was. I love Mick Abrahams. I love This Was. This is a great blues record. I stopped there. Thank you very much. I had it when I was in high school, but I don't yearn for it now. And, time is limited. So what do you have? And, what prog are you going to bring out and listen to? For me, seriously.
Some of Campbell's shit is interesting.
I'm listening to this right now. It's a great fucking record, but that's just me.
Yeah, I have
They made an impression on me when I was 12 or 13. It stuck in my craw.
Well,
is that the one where the little first song or whatever is
the musical box?
Yeah,
lay me old King Cole.
Do you have me muted? Maybe you should, but
why?
Yeah, well,
what do you want to say?
Hey, this is Rice's grand finale. He's muting all of us. It's his show.
No. Wait. Here we go.
Record show.
Here, Dan. Here you go.
Moving on.
No, for me, it's like, no, you didn't need to do that. Although gaze upon my beautiful Tysco, Tysco EP10T. But for me, I can listen to someone like Karen Dalton, right? Who is just absolutely fucking real, and that stuff is like, I don't know. I'd rather listen to that, which just sounds completely unvarnished, completely unadorned, and not at all self-indulgent. And I don't know why, but it's like, why do some people sound authentic and some don't? Why is it that, that you listen to stuff and it's like, I listen to Doc Severinsen and I'm like, Doc Severinsen is just killing it in terms of his technique, but he doesn't mean as much as Miles Davis does. He didn't have the, I'm going to argue didn't have the technique that, didn't have the sort of speed and, and fluidity and all of a Doc Severinsen. But why is that? But that is a question that you start talking about chops and stuff like that. Chops are one thing, but it's like watching as I've used as Albert Collins. Albert Collins will hit one note and just destroy people.
So will Steve Hackett?
Well, maybe not me so much.
Correct.
But and I don't know the answer to that. But it's as I think as I put in a message to you. I was trying to explain some of that. I mean, there is no, there's no objective truth, right? About no fundamental objective truth about anything. I mean, it's all stuff that we agree on at one level or another.
Right.
Right. Like you said, like what's in your head and what makes sense to you and all that. Yeah, absolutely.
So, what I say objectively that prog rock sucks. No. On the other hand, it's hard for me to say, how can you listen to, say, the Shags?
The girls?
The three-girl band?
Yeah. It's a joke record. I mean, it's a novel.
They were serious. They were totally serious.
Okay. But the product left behind by the Shags is a joke record. I mean, you go, what the fuck is this? And you look it up and you find out the story.
A lot of Zappa stuff is like that, right? Zappa does some stuff like that. Captain Beefheart does, some that avant-garde shit. It's different. It's not going to be musically correct a lot of the times. It's a joke. And I have trouble with a lot of comedy shit. Well,
the Shags weren't. But look, the Shags weren't comedy. We can laugh at My Pal Foot, for example, although it's kind of wrong because those girls were clearly abused. I'm not saying sexually or physically, but there was some sort of psychological abuse going on there. And so I feel a little bad laughing at them. But most people would say, yeah, the Shags were terrible. How do we know that? Why is that the case? I mean, a lot of people when they first encounter the blues, especially really deep blues, my first wife, I bought a Mississippi Fred McDowell album, or I had a Mississippi Fred McDowell album when we started dating. And, at first she could not stay in the room for Mississippi Fred McDowell.
Yeah. But the repetition, she grew to like it. She grew to appreciate it.
She grew to like it, and we divorced. Right. She said, I want to get that Mississippi Fred McDowell album. And, so she went out and got the Mississippi Fred McDowell album.
I mean, I worked in a laundry at Providence Hotel, the Marriott. They played Rich Girl by Hall & Oates every fucking day on the radio. I couldn't grow to like it. I hated it. I mean, it's just, there's some music that just doesn't gel with you at all. You react negatively with it. Yeah. I reacted negatively to ABBA, to the Carpenters.
I can't roll Karen Carpenter, man. I can't.
Yeah.
But that might lead us to a segue. One little segue here that I know that we agree on, and that is Steely Dan.
Yes, Steely Dan. It's wonderful. The best. I cannot wait till Analog Productions releases the Aja for $150, mastered from the tape copy. It's going to be great, man.
The tape copy.
Donald Fagen is a genius. When you get a combination of Donald Fagen and Walter Becker on guitar, Wayne Shorter on sax, that's Aja's a masterpiece. It's wonderful.
Wayne Shorter is great, but God, man,
Aja's the best album. You even got the freaking Motown's happy guy, Michael McDonald or whatever, on Aja. #1 record, belongs in everybody's collection. You need to buy the Analog Productions $150 record. Go out and get it, please. The best advice I can give you.
Man. I did really like, when I was young, one of the first 45s I bought was Reeling in the Years.
Okay.
That's off Can't Buy a Thrill.
It is.
Yeah.
That's the only one I have.
That's not a bad record.
It's boring.
I bought
dated.
I bought the 45. Now when I hear it, I'm like, oh God, please God, no.
Because it had so much radio airplay. The DJs love that record, played it constantly.
Well, I don't think it's the overplaying of it. Guitarists love it because of the tone, right? The guitar tone, which is one of the great guitar tones, right? And you read Guitar Player magazine, like every other fucking issue, they've got people talking about guitar, the tone for Reeling in the Years.
I think we're going to say goodbye to somebody, if you don't mind, Bobby. Is that okay? Can we say goodbye to her? Would you like her to stay, or should I say goodbye? Say goodbye, okay? Because it's getting a little bit.
Yeah, dump that person.
It's getting a little bit too much. I mean, it's distracting. It's distracting to the adults. Okay.
Dump that person.
Okay.
That's not okay. That the R word there, the retard word.
Yeah.
Not fucking okay with Uncle Dan. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah, you take that. Now. Anybody who wants to
We're good. The gallery is clean. It's cleansed.
Yeah.
It's
Anybody
a beautiful gallery
around me, they can go.
What were we talking? We talk about Steely Dan. Thank you.
Okay. Well, anyway,
it was an audiophile favorite, Steely Dan, right? I mean, it's and also Mark Knopfler, that whole thing. I mean, those two musical acts were.
I
spent money on their stereos. They came out of the hippie age. They invested in their gear. You went over to the houses and they were like, "Listen to this. Isn't this an incredible recording?"
Well, that's the thing. They made sure that their sound quality was on point. Like they made sure it sounded good, and that was, like you said, right around the time where hi-fi was taken off and stuff. So you're right. Whenever anybody wanted to show off a system, you grab Asia, you grab Dire Straits, freaking Brother of Arms, and a lot of people love that music.
Again, grab MC5.
Again, the
or Alice Cooper.
It was audiophile shit a long time before that, but it wasn't in the rock world. And for a long time, I swear that the recording engineers didn't like rock and roll, and they didn't care how they fucking recorded it because it was noise.
Right.
And they were like, fuck this is noise. I don't give a goddamn.
Right.
That's why, like Leonard Chess and at Chess Records, that stuff, sounds great still. There was some good sound and goddamn stuff out of
absolutely.
And Chess was recording stuff where the people who were recording it liked it. The Bahari brothers recording Elmore James, some, especially Elmore James' last recordings, the Fire and Joy recordings, with, those sound fucking great. And they've released those that, and so they're not taking off like 45s or anything, or they released those and they just sound fucking great. And the chess stuff, the chess stuff sounded great, but that's because I like it.
Yeah, it's because the guy Leonard Chess cared about all that stuff.
He cared about the shit, and he recorded it well. But there was a long time when I think that rock and roll was being recorded by engineers who could not fucking stand it.
No.
There's a great documentary on Muscle Shoals called Muscle Shoals. It was released in 2013. And it was actually released in Japan when it began, and it's a great. It has all of these interviews with all the original engineers, and they talk about Marshall Chess. You should see it. Magnolia Pictures. It's on the net.
Yeah,
Muscle Shoals.
Yeah, the Chess records were great, and then and it's also true. Like some of the Sun stuff actually sounds pretty damn good. Sam Phillips that shit.
Yeah, Sam Phillips, the 45 sound phenomenal. Like some of the early stuff. Yeah.
I know the musicians did really like, like I said, the guitarists, serious guitar players, not like me, but serious guitar players, they love the Steely Dan stuff. They love the Dire Straits, Mark Knopfler. People fucking love Mark Knopfler.
Well, right. I mean, Love Over Gold was a record that everybody told me you'd like to pick up and that it was great. And I don't know. It's not for me. It's just, I mean, I've listened to it over and over and over again. And it's like, you guys familiar with that record?
No.
Love Over Gold. Telegraph Road is the big hit off that song, an 18-minute song. Yeah, it's just,
Yeah. No, I started getting into real roots stuff. I started really listening in '78, listening to blues, and I bought an Elmore James album, and I think the same year I bought a Hound Dog Taylor's first album, and I bought Mississippi Fred McDowell and Robert Johnson. Of course, the Robert Johnson sound quality wasn't as good. I bought the Robert Johnson, one of the Robert Johnson Columbia issues, the And actually, the first one I found was Volume 2. I started listening to that stuff, and that just really changed. That turned my taste around. Although I'd probably been kind of rootsy anyway. You know, I grew up listening. When I was a kid, we listened to, I was the youngest of 6, and my siblings were a lot older than me, up to 15 years older than me, and we listened to a lot of, not real rootsy, but Peter, Paul, and Mary, and Dylan. I started listening to Dylan when I was really young. So I had that in my background anyway, and I also listened to Hank Williams.
It's actually, I've heard good things about that record, The Night Fly.
The Night Fly, that's another record again that I have. To me, it's not, his ideas are not bad, and a lot of the music, it's, it's, I wouldn't consider it great or whatever, but it sounds like a Steely Dan record, because it is, and it's got that same sound. It is relaxing. It's but that's like the knock on Steely Dan. They say it's kind of like elevator music, or I don't know. But I wasn't around in the 70s. Was that shit booming at all the parties and stuff in the 70s?
Really, in the years, it was kind of like a party song, almost a danceable song.
But like, okay, in the late 70s and the 80s, was Asia going around at parties and stuff?
Yeah, Asia was a very popular record.
Disco and reggae then became a big thing, often bad reggae. And there was great reggae stuff, and some of the stuff isn't so great. Eric Clapton's foray into I Shot the Sheriff.
Oh, Jesus, don't even talk about it. Do you like Bad Brains?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually appreciating punk a lot more.
Yeah, I like Bad Brains too.
Before. And I have a buddy in Tokyo who's really teaching me a lot about punk. So I'm appreciating. Is it audiophile? Do you sit and
Not really.
I appreciate it. And the album artwork is just incredible.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of talk about this new they're coming out with the new White Stripes audiophile Elephants. That's the talk right now.
Yeah. Ruby Baby from Night Fly.
Bye-bye, Brad. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Farewell, Brad.
Yep.
Yeah. So with that note, are you a White Stripes fan, Bobby?
Somewhat, not so much. Yeah, I know De La Soul sampled a lot of the Steely Dan music. Of course. Actually, half of hip hop sampled that freaking Black Cow song on Asia. There's a lot of Steely Dan that has been. Hip hop guys will sample freaking everything. Right. Freaking what's his name? The RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan sampled the fucking 10 Commandments, for Christ's sakes. The movie with Charlton Heston. Hip hop will sample anything. So somebody saying, well, they sampled Steely Dan. That's not like a badge of honor, because hip hop will sample everything.
Yeah, they infamously, lawyers who are all interested in copyright, of course, are interested in Acuff Rose v. Two Live Crew, Campbell.
Yep.
For their cover, their what they did to Pretty Woman. So they'll do anything. And they made fun of Pretty Woman, although I think they also liked Pretty Woman.
Welcome, Vinyl Chef Steve. Great guy. I'm a White Stripes fan, but not on 45 RPM for a lot of money.
Yeah, no, we've talked about that for a lot of time.
Yeah.
I bought an audiophile record this week.
You did?
Buying an audiophile record, yeah. How about that?
What'd you buy?
We need to hold on a second.
And embiggen me.
Okay. And I gave you a title too, so you are on. You're on.
That's the one we've been talking about. You finally picked it up. What'd you think?
Well, it's great. Billie Holiday was great. This sounds great too.
Yep.
Drop the needle on it, and you basically don't hear anything until the music starts. Really nice really nicely done, I've got to say. But Verve has been doing this, and I've got the Peggy Lee Black Coffee, which is also spectacular, and I've got another one. I'm blanking on they're out of the same series that just sounds great. I mean, it just sounds spectacular. So yeah, so this is great. So, yeah, some audiophile stuff. Yeah, and it was like it was under 40, I think, at Barnes and Noble, and I thought that was well worth it. So, but really nicely done. I did pick up, and here's my haul for this week. Murder Most Foul, the Dylan. I had that on LP, or actually on CD and all, but I picked it up on LP, and it sounds freaking great too, even though it was not an audiophile pressing as such. But this is really a good sounding in terms of the sound, the engineering of the album. That sounds great. This is a great album. Dylan has done Dylan has done now with this, and then Shadow Kingdom, late career stuff that's just really, really great. That's a great one. Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom?
He's staying.
Uncle Tom? I'm the wrong color to be an Uncle Tom. Sorry.
Nah, that's not true. You can be an Uncle Tom or whatever. It just means you're a fucking traitor.
Yeah, no.
Wow,
yeah,
shopping.
And then I got this. Do you know James Hunter?
No.
Oh, I tell you, I first bought a James. I don't know how long ago.
Is that from Daptone, or what is that from?
It's a Daptone. It's a Daptone record. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna pick that shit up then, because everything they release is good.
Daptone is some good stuff. James Hunter is out of England, and I heard him.
Optio. What's Optio?
Optio. Got me. James Hunter. I heard him in Barnes and Noble in Seattle 15 years ago, and I was in, and this music was on, and I was listening. And I started listening to it. I was like, "Who the hell is that?" It sounds kind of like Sam Cooke, but it's not Sam Cooke. And then some guitar came on, and I was like, "Damn, that's some tasty fucking guitar." And I had a really good guitar. And so I went up to the desk in the music section. And I said, "Hey, who you playing?" And they said, "James Hunter." So I got to have that. I got that. So I'd wanted to, I was somewhere the other day. I was at Barnes and Noble, another Barnes and Noble. And I was at another Barnes and Noble, the one in St. Cloud, Minnesota. And this music came on, the song came on. I was like, I think that's James Hunter. And I took out, Shazammed it, and it was James Hunter. And I decided, I have one James Hunter album on LP, and I can't remember which one it is right now. But I ordered that one from Amazon because, and knowing that this was going to be the last one, I wanted to say, this is just great fucking stuff that sounds like it dropped out of like 1964 out of great R&B stuff. Although he is indeed white and out of England. But
and that's the Daptone label. That's what they're about. Is they're kind of like resuscitating genres of music and putting it out. And,
do you ever hear of Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings?
No.
Yeah.
That's basically her label. She's dead now, but that shit is, her music is just basically out of fucking 60s. James Brown type shit. You know what I mean? It's awesome. It's great. It's tough music. It's just too bad that she's gone, man, because she was awesome. She really was.
Well, go out. This is one of the great things. I'm like, James Hunter is out there killing it all the time. He's working all the goddamn time. He's killing it. His voice is great. His guitar work is really tough. He's not like a guitar hero, but he's got such a freaking tone. Plays the Les Paul melody, the Melody Maker Les Paul,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Plays a Melody Maker Les Paul, and it's just great. So, go get you some James Hunter, the James Hunter 6, it's called.
Yeah, and the Daftone records are reasonably priced too, so you're not out that much if you don't like them.
Yeah, it's like $20.
Right, exactly. You get a brand new record and a clean vinyl, no clicks or pops for $20.
Yeah, sounds fucking great. Sounds fucking great. And you're supporting somebody who's, with Daftone and with James Hunter. I mean, these aren't people who are being shoved in your face by the corporate giants, right?
No, they're not on the radio.
Yeah, they ain't on the radio. They are just the real goddamn thing.
Yes.
And they're out there. So I keep talking. You guys aren't big country guys, but Amanda Ann Platt and the Honeycutters are out there doing. And I think Amanda Ann Platt may be the best goddamn singer-songwriter working right now.
Okay.
She is so damn good. She is out there all the time. She is not on major labels. She's not getting that promotion, but she is fucking amazing. And you ought to do that. The California Honey Droppers. She's Amanda Ann Platt and the Honey Cutters, and there's the California Honey Drops, I believe.
Okay.
With a Lech. I can never get the guy's name. He has a Polish last name, and he is Blue-Eyed Soul. And I'll put a link in the. I'll add a link.
Okay.
I'll add a link about the California Honey Drops.
You checked out the D Sacred Souls, right? That record, that I talked about a while back. I mean, that's off the Daftone too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, they're
yeah. But these guys, I mean, like this Lech guy, he plays fucking guitar, kills it. He plays trumpet and kills it. And his vocals are just freaking amazing. And then, I did my favorite. I have by far the most popular video I've done was on Tuba Skinny, the jazz, the vintage jazz, old time jazz busking band out of New Orleans. And they're out there fucking killing it. And they're on, little labels. So you can go out and you can get people like that. And for God's sake, do that. And people in the vinyl community, why are we going around and buying re-releases for obscene amounts of money of fucking, Steely Dan? I mean,
why are we doing that? Why are we spending our money?
Why
hard-earned money? We work hard.
No, seriously, go support some new musicians who are doing serious, great goddamn stuff.
Agree.
But Steely Dan is the best rock group that ever lived. They're in rock and roll's #1. They're the best band.
Yeah,
better than the Rolling Stones and the Beatles.
Here's my final. Mr. Ricefield will know this.
Yes, sir. Miyoshi Takemitsu,
New music band, although it's not new anymore. You would know all these people, right?
No.
Akira Miyoshi, Toru Takamitsu, and
probably Stunty does.
Mayuzumi. So this is great. This is modern classical, which is an oxymoron. But this is great stuff. That's kind of unusual. But that's some great stuff.
That's good.
I for God's sake, that's what I've been for a long time about my channel. Go out, why are we listening to this? Why are we going out again? Okay, there's got to be a new release of a Beatles album. The Beatles have been, they're pretty much all dead. Well, half of them.
There's a reason for it though, because it will sell, because people will buy it. So obviously, if they're doing Steely Dan re-releases for $150, it's because somebody is going to buy it. Like now, why does Asia need a freaking audiophile treatment? How many times has it got the audiophile treatment? Mo-Fi did it. Freaking, it's been reissued on freaking Cisco. Freaking, Japanese pressings left and right, audiophile versions in the 80s and 70s, and they're going to do it again because people will buy it.
I had a great day today.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I was leaving a Dollar General store, and I found $1 in front of my car. So I had a great day. I made money today. What's that? Whole genuine dollar, and then later I found a penny. It wasn't $1 and a dime a day, but it was $1 and a penny a day. So I'm feeling wealthy tonight. But
what are you going to do? You going to invest?
Yeah, I
buy
think
some stocks.
So.
Yeah, you buy some penny stocks.
Yeah, I'll buy some penny stocks. Actually, my new girlfriend, Amy, who contacted me
on the internet. She contacted you on the internet.
Amy, well, she contacted me on my phone. She was an accident, She happened to put my number in, and it was the wrong number. But, and Amy is a very gorgeous young Asian woman who, it's totally believable. But I'm pretty sure that pretty soon she's going to have me investing in crypto. So I'm waiting to invest my money, my dollar with Amy in crypto. So
okay,
and then we'll marry soon after that, I'm sure. But
wonderful.
Congratulations. I will start saving for the gift.
Yeah, I would do that if I were you. Yeah.
And I hope at your wedding
egg beater,
that big 8-foot tall wig that you wore in one of your earlier videos. You remember that one that bouffant. It was a
wig.
You need to break out that wig again. So any new records there, Mr. Bobby? That you want? Me neither.
No, the records are getting too expensive, and a lot of the prices, they've gone up. Seriously, records that used to be $30 for like an audiophile pressings are now like $45. They're entering almost $50 for these audiophile releases. It's getting up there. Although I am looking forward to, they're going to reissue Wayne Shorter's Night Dreamer on Blue Note, the classic series.
Oh, yeah.
Lightning price. Try to find a copy of Night Dreamer that's reasonably and analog sourced. You can't.
Okay.
Night Dreamer copies are like $100. Even the 70s Blue Note pressings, it's a $100 record in good shape. Music Matters did it too, not too long ago, but Music Matters is another one of those. Even when they were brand new, like 10 years ago, they were what? Like still $60 records? You guys have any Music Matters? Yeah, me neither. It's too expensive. Has anybody bought a MoFi record since any of the things?
I don't own any MoFi records.
None?
Actually, I'll take it back.
You do. You have a classical record.
I have 2 MoFi records that were actually issued on the Philips label. And I got them free with a turntable. And they were sealed. They were terrible. They were back when they used to do, it was easy listening with like environmental sounds, storm sounds on it. And it was music for having sex by.
Really?
Yeah. I've got a video on it, I think. But that was that's the only MoFi I've got. And
I want to see those.
Yeah.
Send me a link into the little thing after the.
Yeah, I'll have to find it. They're pretty horrible. I mean, I can stand some easy listening stuff, Billy Vaughn or Stanley Black and stuff like that. I'll throw that shit on and listen to it, just in the background. But those were pretty bad. They were really. I mean, they just had pictures of people on the front who were. Thoroughly engaged in coitus, although not, you couldn't see the anything slipping in or out. But it was like it was music for lovers, sort of thing. Sort of like Jackie Gleason stuff.
Guys, would it be all right if Stevie came on and said hi?
Yeah.
Remember Stevie? Okay, it's a little late for him, but he's stayed up. And this link, fellas, is just for Stevie. It's not for Brad Thiel. It's just for Stevie. Okay.
Why? Was he talking some earlier?
No, it's a peanut thing. It's a residual. It's a bad bowl of peanuts.
All right.
Okay, he'll be in a sec. He's coming. Mm-hmm. Coming up. He's got it.
So, any things you looking toward that are coming up, upcoming vinyl releases you're looking forward to purchasing or anything?
Me? I'm putting my list together. I'm going to be going out to Disc Union again pretty soon, shoot some more video, and putting together, assembling my money pile, and see where it takes me. I want to get Gil's. I still want to get that Gil's Heroin.
I could lend you some of my big cash win today.
No. That has to be invested in crypto.
Yeah, through Amy, the gal who's totally not a scammer, and who's totally a gal, totally a young Asian gal.
I'm afraid the VIG, borrowing money from you, the VIG is just too stiff for me, Dan. You know, that it just keeps going up, that VIG. You know, so if I borrowed $1 from you, I'd soon be owing you $20. I just can't risk it.
Yeah, and tell you what, man, I know some bad kneecappers. In fact, I am a bad kneecapper. You know, so some got a lead pipe with the interest rate on it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This soft machine that everybody's talking about now. This soft machine, what is it? 70s?
Yes, late 60s, and they had like 13 records.
Are there records?
They were like Chicago. They just like Chicago. They numbered each record. Soft Machine 1, Soft Machine 2.
Yeah, but are there records rare? Because I don't see them in the stacks a lot.
Man,
probably
Chicago.
Rare in the U.S. Yeah.
What do you guys think of Chicago? Stevie's vinyl.
Okay.
What's your thought on Chicago?
Oh.
Stevie.
Hello.
He brought his teddy bear. That is so sweet.
Nothing wrong with having a teddy.
Sweet.
I just wanted to. I felt I've been a part of this live stream. I've been a part of this history.
Your family.
I last appeared dripping with sweat, so I just wanted to wish you guys well for the final live stream. I don't know what time. It's 3:00 in the morning. So
that's what I thought. God damn, because I'm 6 hours ahead of you, or behind you.
So I just wanted to wish you well. I mean, I've been watching, and take-home message is don't listen to Steely Dan. If somebody recommends a record to you, don't listen to them. I listened to Aja once with Steely Dan. Somebody lent it to me, and I gave it straight back to them. I couldn't stand it.
Stevie, tell us why. Why do you think that Aja suck?
It's I get it's the I'm going to bed, Uncle Dan. I don't know if you noticed I'm actually in bed. Okay. But no, I get the musicianship, and people, Americans, it's more middle of the road. They love good musicianship, but it's just sometimes it just bores the pants off me as a Brit. I don't know what it is. I just can't get into Steely Dan. I'm sorry.
No fucking soul, as far as I'm concerned. Just like Zero, it is so fucking white. That music is so goddamn white. It's just like, man. It's whiter than goddamn rice, I mean, it's like Wonder Bread. It is so goddamn white.
It's like Michael. He pretends to be consumed in Japanese culture, and he's eating at Denny's. He's doing videos eating at Denny's.
Man, I tell you, Denny's can
the triple play, man. Come on. It's got the triple play. I got you, Mike. It's okay.
Denny's can slap,
I'm doing McDonald's next.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Steely Dan is like whatever the upscale version of that is. It's like Olive Garden. It's like it's Cisco Platinum certified restaurants. That's what it is. It's the Cisco Foods, where they have. There are all these Cisco restaurants. These restaurants, they're supplied by Cisco. You go into them, and you're getting corporate fucking food.
Yeah.
No. Well, we're Steely Dan with me. I mean, the musicianship is great, like I said. But the one thing that I couldn't get with is I couldn't jive with Fagen's voice. No matter how hard I try, it's I don't like it.
Yeah, it does.
Have that problem with Bob Dylan.
What?
Some people have the same problem with Bob Dylan.
Well, yeah, but it's different. Those people are wrong.
You know who you sound like?
Me? Who do I sound like?
The guy on the other line. live stream. Those guys are wrong. Oh, I jest.
Do you know? Actually, that's a true. What I said earlier, it's a true story that they were using like Supper's Ready and bits of Genesis in North Korea. That's actually a true story.
No,
it is.
No, where'd you read that?
I read it somewhere.
Give me the story. I don't.
Yeah, I want to read that too. Man.
I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, but what are the North Koreans listening to? I mean, what's actually, I suspect that the North Koreans are listening to a lot of classical and the greatest hits of Kim Jong-un.
I don't know, but some Korean drama fucking kicks ass, man. I've watched a few of their movies, and their humor is great. You know?
That's South Korea.
South Korea.
Steve is talking North Korea.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
yeah,
I mean, North Koreans aren't allowed to do anything. But hey, it's his culture. I don't understand it. That's
Yeah, less movie and less foods. I think. Yeah.
On the live stream.
I bet they don't have Steely Dan in North Korea.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Or maybe they do.
Or Easy Street.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know because none of us are from fucking North Korea. None of us lives there.
We could ask Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, doesn't he?
Yes, many times. He's an honored guest.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm literally going to go to. I wish you well. I understand why this is ending.
So do I.
Yeah, Michael's.
No, I know what it is. I got your emails, Dan and Bobby. I know you want to work with a bigger channel, so we'll be in touch. Okay.
Okay.
But all the best. Okay, guys. All the best.
It's a hockey stick.
Okay. See you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
My dogs are going crazy. I don't know why.
Okay.
All right, you ready to take us out, Dan?
Oh, are we done? Oh, we're okay. Well, at that time, boys and girls. We say
Find it. Find it.
We're going to say au revoir. We will say, we cannot say au revoir. We cannot say a bientôt. No. Because au revoir means, until we return, until we see you again. And a bientôt means see you soon. So we can't say au revoir to you. We cannot say.
Nor sayonara. We can't say sayonara either. That's too severe.
Nous ne pouvons pas dire à vous au revoir. Nous ne pouvons pas dire à vous. We say though. Anyway, we say it this way because there are some good goodbye songs out there, and one of them is Mr. Bobby Dylan, who said, "Goodbye is too good a word, baby." So I'll just say, fare thee well, Michael. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. Oh, Michael, you could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted my precious time. No, Michael, you didn't do that to us. And nor did any of the rest of you say that. We're going to say, yeah, adios is a good one. Adieu. That's the one. Nous disons à vous, nos enfants, vous êtes très jolis, vous êtes très intelligents, vous êtes très beaux, vous êtes très belles. Nous vous aimons beaucoup. Et nous disons à vous, adieu, nos enfants. Okay.
Be in touch, guys.
Bye-bye,
everybody.
Next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Fred.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.